When Jesus say yes, nobody can say no. When Jesus say yes, nobody can say no. I'm not worried about a thing, 'cause I know you are God and me. Where you lead me, Lord, I will go. Have no fear, 'cause I know who's in control. There's no limit to what you can do, 'cause it all belongs to you. Yes, it all belongs to you. Now what you know, you're almighty and all powerful, and it all belongs to you. Yes, it all belongs to you. When Jesus say yes, nobody can say no. When Jesus say yes, nobody can say no. I'm not worried about a thing, 'cause I know you are God and me. Where you lead me, Lord, I will go. Have no fear, 'cause I know who's in control. There's no limit to what you can do, 'cause it all belongs to you. Yes, it all belongs to you. Now won't you know, you're almighty and all powerful, and it all belongs to you. Yes, it all belongs to you. When Jesus say yes, nobody can say no. When Jesus...
Welcome back to A Child's Point of View. My name is Jayla, and this is my co-host,
Ayana.
and now we will open up with prayer. God, if we did anything unpleasing to you, please forgive us. We ask you to bless each and every one of us. We ask you to bless us with the things that we need. We ask you to bless the ones that don't have anything. We ask you to bless them with shelter, food, and clothing. We thank you for Miss Margaret and all the strength that you give her. We ask you to keep on giving her the strength that she needs to continue the programs. We ask you that everyone that has the kind of sickness, we ask you to heal them, and anyone that cannot walk, talk, or stand or anything, we ask you to let them do what they need. And we thank you for waking us up this morning. We ask you to keep on waking us up. We thank you for the food that you provide for us, and we also thank you for the clothes that we have on our backs and the shoes that we have on our feet. We thank you for blessing us with a big building and a van that we could travel in. Amen. Now we will let the guests introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is Rob Greco, and I'm an attorney in Wilmington.
Hi, my name is Kim, and I have a television show, and I also work at Congo Funeral Home.
My name is Catherine, and I volunteer with Minister Guy for about 1.5 years, and I'm a retired teacher.
Okay, thank you. Now we will let our guests ask us questions.
So you want to start first? Go ahead.
So I was curious, what kinds of things interest all of you children?
So we're going to start with you, Ayana. What things interest you?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ayana. Jayla, I'm sorry. Jayla, we'll start with you.
Some things that interest me is that I like pandas and I like doing research on them. Oh. And I like to read about the Great Depression. And I like to read about science and doing science.
Very good. How about you?
I like math and art, and I love music.
And I guess we'll start over there with the pretty young lady in the tan and blue. She has a mic. Go ahead. Tell us what interests you.
I like math, I like reading, and I like music.
All right. Great. And you, young man?
What interests me is I like the Prodigal Son, okay. And I like PE.
All right, that's a nice range there. And pretty young lady with the headband, what do you like?
Hi, my name is Nevaeh,
Nevaeh?
and I'm in Minister's program. And what we do in our program, she takes us on field trips. It's really good.
Oh, that's nice.
Hi, my name is Shanasia, and I'm in Stop the Violence Prayer Chain Foundation, and I really love to do math, because I'm learning my timetables.
Very good.
Hi, my name is Jada, and I like to play soccer, and I go to a Prayer Change Foundation, and I like how Minister can have the strength to come pick us up, and she does things that she really doesn't want to do.
Oh, that's nice. So you want to pass the mic back to the young lady behind you?
Hi, my name is Haley, and what interests me is social studies because I like learning about history.
Very good.
Hi, my name is Anthony, and what interests me is football. And I go to Prayer Chain Foundation.
All right.
Hi, my name is Savannah, and what interests Hi, my name is Savannah, and Hi, my name is Savannah, and I do the Stop the Violence Prayer Chain Foundation.
What interests me is playing basketball, going to Stop the Violence Prayer Chain, helping Minister out with some things, lifting things that she can't lift, and learning about Jesus and God, and how God blessed her for the thing that she got now. And the most thing I like about reading is Black history.
All right, very good. So I have a question for you all now. My question is, tell me the most exciting and interesting thing at your school and what teacher makes it best. Uh-oh, so this is going to be a hard one. We're going to start with you, Miss Jayla. Tell me something. Tell me where you go to school.
I go to Eisenberg.
Eisenberg. Okay, so tell me something really interesting about Eisenberg. Something interesting to you. What you know, something great about Eisenberg to you. All right, what about a favorite teacher? Who's your favorite teacher?
I don't
All of them the same?
Some of them.
Some of them? So
yeah.
who makes class really exciting? How about, no, so you like Panda, so when do you get to do Panda? So maybe in the library you're more excited because that's where you get to do your research?
No.
No? Okay, so tell me what, something has to be good at school.
I like art.
Art? Okay.
Yeah.
We're making I forget what it's called. Something
So how do
like
you
a-
make it?
you use clay.
Uh-huh.
You use clay, and it's like a tile. You create a tile.
Cool, yes.
And we're gonna create a big one to put all of our ideas together, and it's gonna sit outside of a wellness center.
Oh, isn't that nice? That's beautiful. Oh, how about you, Miss Ayana? Where do you go to school?
Peter Duggan Elementary School.
All right.
And I'm in 4th grade, and my favorite teacher is Miss Burke. And she really, I said I love math, and I do. And she does the best math than any other person.
Oh, wow, that rocks. Love to hear about girls in math. All right. All right, so now we get to go over to you again, Miss Young Lady on the end here. Tell me your name.
Damiani.
Damiani. Okay, so tell me, where do you attend school?
Pulaski Elementary School.
Pulaski Elementary. And what's interesting to you at Pulaski?
Art. And my favorite teacher is Miss Chesworth.
What does she do that makes her so great?
She do reading with us and writing.
Oh, that's nice that she takes time to make you feel good. All right, young man, tell me where you go to school.
I go to school in Castle Hills Elementary. And my favorite teacher is Miss Conkle.
All right.
And,
And what makes your favorite?
She is my math teacher. And I like to do math.
Okay, I like that. Math can be fun. So,
Nevaeh.
Nevaeh, yes, Miss Nevaeh. Tell me, where do you go to school?
I go to Mount Pleasant Elementary.
Mount Pleasant Elementary. Which
And my
grade at
favorite
Mount
teacher
Pleasant?
is Miss Bain.
Miss
Bain.
Ben. And why? What does she teach?
She's my second teacher.
And what makes her so great? Something about her.
She takes us outside for recess in color and
Oh.
stuff like that.
That's a great thing. And you, Miss Young Lady?
My favorite teacher is Miss. I go to school at I forgot what it's called. Castle Hills
Okay.
Elementary School, and my favorite teacher is Miss Johnson because when we go on the Chromebooks, we get to do. I forgot what it's called. We get to do that, and then after we do our work, for recess, if we have indoor recess, we get to play on the Chromebooks.
Oh, so you really like that Chromebook, huh?
Yes.
Sure. All right, you want to pass the mic?
My name is Jada. I go to Albert Palmer Elementary School. I'm in the 3rd grade. My favorite teacher, her name is Miss Ross. And what's fun about her is she does things when she's really not supposed to. She thinks of us, and like when the Eagles won the Super Bowl, she printed out pictures for us to color, and we made posters even though she wasn't supposed to.
Oh, she's so sweet. Going out of her way for you. Now we all know her secret, though.
Hello, my name is Haley. I go to Wilbur Elementary, and I'm in the 5th grade, and my favorite teacher is Miss Hopkins, and she just had her baby, so we have a substitute. And one thing that I like about what she does is she teaches us math, and now we're working on decimals.
Oh, so much fun. Okay.
My name is Anthony. I go to Stubbs Elementary School. And my favorite teacher is Mr. Dotson because he's our music teacher and I like music.
So, that was too quick. Tell me what you like about music. I need to know something special about music. What does it do to you? What part of music do you like to sing?
It makes me feel happy.
You happy with music?
And,
Okay.
and
So do you like to sing? Do you like
yeah,
to
I like
play?
to sing. And I like to dance a little bit.
You like to dance a little bit? All right. Okay.
Hi, my name is Savannah, and I go to Carrie Downey, and I like math because my favorite teacher is Miss Foster because I like how she teaches math.
All right.
One thing, actually it's 3. What 3 things I like about Miss Eller is that she teaches us about math, like decimals and stuff, and she teaches us line segments, lines, and rays, and 90-degree angles, and we write a lot, and plus we got desktops, computers, we got laptops, we got the Dell laptops, and we have indoor recess, so we just play on our laptops. And we have iPads.
Oh, wow. You guys have a lot going on. Thank you so much for your great answers. You guys did a great job.
Stubbs Elementary School, 4th grade. Stubbs is the best.
Hey.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I'd like to ask the kids, can you think of one word that describes you, your personality, and also Minister Guy's personality? Like, what kind of person are you? Some adjectives?
Well, I would describe me as helpful because I always help at my house. I help my mom with my baby sisters. I clean up the kitchen. I give them baths. And I would describe Miss Margaret as loving because even though that if she wouldn't feel well. Like a couple days she wasn't feeling good, but she still came and got us.
Oh, that's so nice.
Wonderful.
I would describe myself as caring because no matter if they're my enemy or not, I still care and pray for them.
Isn't that sweet?
And I describe Minister as caring also because when she said she's not going to do something, just to help us.
So nice.
Okay. How about over there? Young lady? Could you have a word that would describe yourself, your personality, and also Miss Margaret?
Minister is a great person. She takes us on trips, make us do our homework, and get a good education.
All right. And next gentleman next to you?
My name is Gene, and me and Miss Margaret are alike because Miss Margaret and I, Miss Margaret likes to Stop the Violence Prayer Chain Foundation, and I also like Stop the Violence Prayer Chain Foundation.
Okay. Good.
Hi, my name's Nevaeh, and I'm in Minister's program. And what I like about Minister, we can have free time. We have girls' night on Girls' Day, and we love to color with Minister, and we love to color with Miss C.
Hi, my name is Shanesha, and I go to Stop the Violence Prayer Chain Foundation. And one thing about Minister is that she's grateful. On Sundays, we do Bible study. We learn more. All of us learn more about God and what He done for us.
I think Minister is a person that loves everybody, and I think Minister is a kind person, and she takes us on trips, and she has the strength to come pick us up. And Fridays we have movie night, and we have a trip coming up really soon. And I describe myself as an artist and a singer.
Hi, my name is Haley, and one word that I describe myself is I'm kind to others, and I would say that she's nice and kind.
I would describe myself helpful and silly because I laugh so much that I get on my dad's nerves when I laugh at stuff. And I'll describe Minister as careful and loveful, and because she takes us on trips and she does stuff for us even when she don't feel like doing it.
Hi, my name is Savannah, and one thing that describes me is helpful because I like to help others. And one thing I would describe Minister as caring because she takes us on trips.
Two things I describe myself, I like basketball, football, and three things I describe Minister. She loves us like she's our son and daughters, and she loves God, so we put God in first. And another thing is, if we're getting bullied, she'll take care of it.
Oh, very good.
Very good. Thank you.
And so a few of you have mentioned trips with Minister Guy and other activities. So I was wondering what your favorite activity or trip was with Minister Guy.
My favorite trip was when we went to Florida and we went to Island of Adventures. There was a lot of roller coasters and there was a lot of rides that we went on, and it was hot.
Sounds fun.
My favorite trip that we went on was to Atlantic City because we stayed at the Flagship Hotel, and every day we would go to the indoor pool, and then we would come back to the hotel room and go out and go to fun like trips. One time we went to the Black History Museum.
My favorite trip was Disney World, and it was kind of hot out there too, a little. My favorite trip was when we seen all the coins. I don't know what the name is, but I seen a lot of coins falling off a projector. And then I seen tons more coins. So all I seen was coins, 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 and more coins. It was really fun too.
One thing I like about this minister's program is I like the field trip when she took us to Rehoboth Beach.
I like the field trip. The field trip I love is that when Minister took us to see these airplanes, we got to go inside them to see what was in them. It was really fun.
One of the trips I like that we went on with Minister was she took us to Atlantic City. One was when all the girls went. We went on a boardwalk, and we went back at 6 o'clock, at 12 o'clock, and we got on some rides. We got on the Crazy Mouse ride, and after that, the next day we went swimming. And then another trip to Atlantic City. We went with a few boys, but that was crazy that time. We went crazy.
A favorite trip was when we went to Florida. It was really fun because we get to go on rides and stuff like that.
My favorite trip that I went on was the 76ers game because we were seeing the 76ers play against the Washington Wizards.
My favorite trip was when we went to Home 2 because we got to go swimming.
Two things is I like the 87ers game, and one thing I hated is that one of the 87ers players fell. And another thing is, and I like when we went to Great Wolf Lodge.
Please stay tuned. We'll be back after a short break. Welcome back to A Child's Point of View. We will now let our guests introduce themselves to our new students.
Hi, my name is Rob Greco, and I'm an attorney in Wilmington. And I might be a little different of an attorney than you're used to. I've never been in court and don't go to court. So I'm a transactional attorney, which means that I help companies negotiate agreements to do various things. And so it's really more about how can we solve the problems in the front end so they don't end up in court later. And so you're kind of almost like figuring out a puzzle, and you kind of have to know the laws and then negotiate the agreement in a way that complies with the laws so no one gets sued later on.
All right, and I'm Kim, and I work in a funeral home. So many of you may have been to a funeral before. How many of you have been to a funeral before? All right, so I help do every single thing at the funeral home. So I help prepare the people that you're going to see. I help your families decide on when services are going to be and try and make it easier for you to have peace during your funeral process.
I never been to a funeral.
How about you, Ms. Jackie?
They know me as Mrs. C,
Mrs.
and
C.
my husband is Mr. C, and we volunteer a lot on Wednesday nights, which is life skills, which I really enjoy hearing the kids talk about their day and just how they feel about things. And then we try to help out with the fundraisers, like the car washes and the cleanup day, and so we really enjoy coming up and look forward to seeing you guys. And when we're not in town, then we miss you a lot. You guys are doing a good job. Thanks.
Now our students will be able to ask our guest questions.
Who do you work for?
Kim?
Miss Kim.
I work at Congo Funeral Home. So we have 2 locations. One's right at 24th and Market, and one of them is on the west side near Cab Calloway.
My name is Brianna, and I have a question for all 3 of you guys. What is your motivation to be who you are today?
Well, I think one of my big motivations is just seeing all of you guys here, seeing what great people you guys are being, and kind of just doing what we can to help more and more people be motivated to do similar things.
So I'm motivated by a lot. So I'm motivated by my parents who have taught us to serve people. So my goal is to serve you and to make sure that when we serve our families, we do everything we possibly can to make life easier at a hard time. So that's my motivation, just trying to make everything better.
That's a really great question, too.
Thank you.
And I think probably all of us were motivated by, we just enjoy service and helping other people, and especially helping children, and we have a lot of fun doing it. And I was a teacher for 20 years.
I have a question for all of y'all. What is one quote that y'all live by?
One quote I always live by is, "You miss 100% of the shots you don't take," which means if there's something that you're thinking about, you never know what's going to happen unless you give it a try. So in basketball, if you don't shoot the shot, you never know if it's going to go in. And I think the same thing applies a lot in life, where if you really want something, sometimes you just need to take a chance.
And mine would be to always treat people the way you want to be treated. I believe in love, peace, and happiness, and always being kind to others. So that's the thing that I like most.
I would say I am been a Bob Marley fan for many years, Mr. C and me. And since his birthday was just this past Tuesday, which we always celebrate in our house, I'm just thinking of his song, One Love, One Heart, Let's Get Together. That's probably one of my favorite songs. But I love all his music and his lyrics. Thank you.
I got a question for all 3 of y'all. Why did you think your job was very important?
I think we help businesses come to agreements, and they end up being very important agreements that affect the jobs of lots of people who work for those businesses. And so I think that's one thing that makes my job feel important.
Okay.
There's so many people affected by each decision.
And at my job, I think one of the hardest times there is when you lose someone you love. So my job is to just make it easier and help you feel better and just accept what's going on when you lose someone that you love. So my job's important because everybody loses someone, and I get to comfort them and help them feel better during that time.
Okay.
And teaching, of course, as you guys know, you all have your favorite teachers, and I just like interacting with kids, and especially when they would ask me questions I didn't know offhand, I have to go check it and come in the next day with an answer for them. So.
Where do y'all all work at?
So I work at Richards, Layton and Finger. It's a law firm in downtown Wilmington, right on Rodney Square.
And again, I work at Congo Funeral Home, but I also do Congo Children's Corner, where I remember seeing you, right?
And I used to work every day, get up at 4:30, get home at 4 in the afternoon, but now I don't have to do any of that. I'm just home, taking it easy and coming up to see you guys.
Who is someone that tremendously helped you be successful in your life and your career?
I think someone that's helped me the most is my dad. He definitely motivated me to try hard in school and be the person that I am today.
So I have to say it would be my grandmother, again, just because she taught me about love and loving everyone unconditionally, no matter what.
And I'd have to thank my kids for motivating me.
Is this a job that you've grown up trying to do?
It definitely is one of the jobs I grew up trying to do. When I was, I think, your age, I didn't really know what I wanted to do, and I went to college and tried out a few things, and eventually I really liked the law, and kind of went from there. And it's working out great, and it's something that I really enjoy doing every day.
So I have been blessed to have lots of jobs. So I grew up doing a whole lot of different things, which I think is fun. So I worked with flowers. I was a florist. I worked with plants and watered them. So I worked in the funeral home. So I did everything that my family did. So that's how I grew up, just learning how to work.
I could, when I was little even, I couldn't wait to go to college. And that's something I really enjoyed, and I really like to encourage my kids when I was teaching. Did everything I could to get them into college and get them scholarships and things. And that's something I'm going to be working with you guys very soon. We're going to hopefully get to go visit a few colleges and talk to students and things and get you thinking about it right now.
My question is for all of you, and it is, if you could travel anywhere, where would it be and why?
I think I would go to the Caribbean because it's much warmer than it is here in Delaware right at this time of the year, and there's lots of beaches to relax on.
And I would go to Florida, actually, because I like Sarasota. I think it's very pretty, so I would go to Sarasota. Same reason, though. It's relaxing and they have great beaches.
And I'd like to go north to, my husband and I would like to go travel to Alaska one day. So we like cold and ice and snow.
How long have you been in this line of work?
So I've been an attorney now for 2.5 years. I took the bar exam, which you need to pass to become a lawyer, almost 3 years ago now. So now I've been at my firm for 2.5 years.
So when I was your age is when my parents first bought their business or started their business. So when I was 12 years old, I started working in the business that I work in now. I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but it's been a long time.
I worked at the U of D, University of Delaware, for a long time, and then I worked in the school district for another long time. So I only really had those two jobs in my lifetime.
Yes, ma'am?
I got a question for all three of y'all. Why did you think it was a good idea to work?
Well, that's the only way my dogs are going to get dog food. But I mean, I think you always need something to keep you busy and keep you active, and really give you purpose to your day.
Okay.
So I don't know if I thought it was a good idea to work, but I know that that's what my family told me I had to do from the time I was very little. So when I was your age, right? So I guess you guys work doing chores and things?
I'm 9 years old.
So we all had to work. So working is very important, and it just brings purpose to our lives.
And it is, it's necessary, especially if you have children, because as you guys know, children are expensive. And when those kids go to college, you have to work too. You have to keep working.
Yes, you have a question?
My question is, how would you inspire kids who want to be successful in life?
I think that you really need to work hard to really do whatever you need to do, and always kind of have faith in yourself, that you can always kind of do what you want to do as long as you put in the hard work and be dedicated to it.
And I think one of the most important things is for you guys to see all kinds of different jobs. So sometimes we think there are only a few jobs. Like everybody always says, I want to be a doctor, a lawyer. I always say, or Indian chief, because that's what I grew up saying. But I think you guys have to see all kinds of jobs, and then that way you'll be inspired by what makes you feel good. So that's how I would inspire you.
And I would say try to find a job that's related to what you're interested in life. And then that makes the job feel a little less tedious if you like what you're doing.
Right. So now we're going to ask Jayla. You have a question for us?
My question would be, if you could change something in the past, what would you change?
That's tough. If I could change anything in the past, I think maybe I would have changed what I had for lunch today. Wasn't that good? Got it from the cafeteria downstairs. But I think everything's working out pretty well for me.
So I love your question as well, and I think I would read more, because I've always liked to read, but now that I work a lot, sometimes I don't get to read quite as much as I would like to. So I think I would take some more time to read more books.
And I think I went to a lot of art museums, but I think I probably could stand to go to a few more. If I could go back and do that, I think that's what I'd do. And take you guys too.
You have a question? Some questions for us?
What was your favorite art museum, and do you have children, Miss Kim?
Yes, I have 3 children, and then I have fabulous grandchildren, and I even have a little cousin who lives with me. And I haven't been to a lot of art museums, so my favorite would have to be right here, because I didn't get to go to a lot of art museums. But yes, so my 3 children are Chandler Charis and Chase, and they dance, and one goes to college in New York, and one has a flower shop. So how about that? My son has a flower shop in Florida. Is that pretty cool? Yeah, and my daughter loves art museums, so you know what, in Florida, I don't know art, but museums. I love Mosey, so I have a favorite museum. It would be the Museum of Science and History in Florida, in Tampa, Florida.
And I got another question for all 3 of you. Do y'all love reading the Bible?
Yeah, I think it's very inspiring, and it has a lot of good stories that can teach you real life examples that you can use in your everyday life.
So when I read the Bible, I haven't been able to get all the way through. So I like start reading and then I get interested in more things. So I don't get to read the Bible probably even as much as you. So, although yes, because I love reading, so I do love to read, and the Bible is very exciting. I don't get to read it. I've never read the Bible completely through.
And I enjoy reading the Bible, and I've read holy books of a lot of other religions too. I find it really, you can learn a lot about the world if you read the holy books.
Do you guys like Matthew or Revelations? Or three?
Revelations is very interesting, I think. But I think the whole thing is good and full of kind of examples that you can really live by.
So I really don't know Matthew and Revelations, but I can say I did like Genesis and learning the different tribes and understanding where people originated. So that was very interesting to me.
What's your favorite? What's your favorite books in the Bible?
My favorite chapter of the book is The Lord is my shepherd.
Shut up. Right? Okay, and the next question?
If you could pick any 5 words to describe yourself, what would it be? If you could pick any 5 words to describe yourself, what would it be?
I think I would describe myself as hardworking, easygoing, loving, very kind to people I meet, and I would say curious, because I like to find out about new things and learn about stuff whenever I can.
All right, so mine would be loving, protective, loyal, caring, and generous.
And I love working with children and caring about children. And I love music and art, visiting museums and reading about art.
Yes, ma'am? Yes, yeah. Do you have the mic in your hand? Because I'm not sure we can hear you.
Where did you grow up and did you like it there? Where did you grow up and did you like it there?
I grew up from central Pennsylvania, so it's a lot more rural than Wilmington, which was nice because there was a lot more kind of woods and outdoor areas, but also there was a lot less to do, so that was a little bit of a downside. But I think all in all, I liked it.
So I grew up in Newcastle, right here, and in Hockessin. And it was great because I made great friends in both places and wouldn't change it for anything.
And I'm a native Delawarean, and I was born in Wilmington and grew up in Wilmington and in Newark, and I live in Newark now, and I like it.
What was something hard in your job that you didn't like?
I think my job can be hard at times because sometimes I have to work a lot, and I don't really know when I'm going to have to work a lot. So sometimes it's hard to plan things out, and kind of stay focused and work a lot. But I think if you kind of put your mind to it, you can get through it.
So something really hard in my job is that I've always worked with my family. You know how sometimes you love your family, but you just need a break from them? So I think that's the hardest part. I love them and I love being with them, but sometimes, just give me a little break.
I think the hardest part of teaching is I had to work many hours outside of school. Planning, reading, grading papers, that sort of thing. So it takes every day several hours. You're not done when you leave school for teaching.
All right, so the young lady with the mic first.
If you could have chosen a different job and a career, what would it be and why?
That's a great question. I think maybe I would do teaching. I think we've heard some of the reasons up here why it can be so rewarding and kind of helping all the children out and really helping mold them to be who they will be in the future. So I think that's maybe something I would consider.
And I'm going to have to repeat and say the exact same thing. People always tell me that I should have been a teacher.
I'm going to go the opposite and say I'd like to be wouldn't mind being a photographer.
Okay.
Out in the wildlife and photographing music concerts.
All right. So, Miss Jayla?
Anybody have any questions? Got one more question. Anybody?
What school did you go to, and what did you like to do in that school?
So I went to college at Penn State, and what I really liked to do there was go to football games.
All right, and so I went to Spelman, which is an all-girls college in Atlanta, and it was really great at making young black women feel fabulous.
I went to the University of Delaware for both my degrees, and it was a good school and learned a lot.
And I guess the young man there in the back there?
Recently, the Eagles won the Super Bowl, so I have to ask, do you like the Philadelphia Eagles?
I'm a Steelers fan first and foremost, but I live in Philadelphia now, so I do root for the Eagles.
And of course, I'm an Eagles fan because I've always been here, and yes, I love the Eagles. Go Eagles.
Well, thank you.
Oh, we have a divided house. We have Eagles and Patriots. Oh. And unfortunately, Sunday, I went with the Patriots.
Uh-oh.
So, yeah, I lost. But they're taking it, I understand very well. My son lives in Boston, and everybody's like, oh well, next year.
Thank you for watching The Child's Point of View. Stay tuned next time.